Hey, what is up, you sexy beasts? This is GhostSickness or Tristan here, and I'm bringing you a complainentary. Yes, you guys, something kind of different. I did one on Google Plus, and a lot of you guys really liked it at the time, especially because it was relevant, and it was like, oh my god, Google Plus is forcing everyone to do all these things, and stuff like that. But today, I'm going to be discussing ISPs, Internet Service Providers, the people, the local companies, the big companies who give you internet able to watch this video right now and able for me to upload it, etc., etc. And I'm going to get right into it because it's a very interesting thing with the ISP world in America. It's different globally, but the interesting thing about American ISPs is I don't even know if there's restrictions. I don't know if there's minimums that they need to meet, but I really don't think so. And here's the case, is here, CenturyLink, otherwise known as Quest, another one of these ISPs, pretty popular. There's CenturyLink, Comcast, local companies, your broadband company, there's, Time Warner, etc., right? And there are so many well, not so many ISPs, but there are a lot of really big names and not a lot of small name ISPs. It's either your global or your local monopoly with this ISP, which is usually a broadband company giving you cable also, or it's one of these big name brands. And I kind of like there's Verizon, Fios, etc. You guys are probably familiar with at least one of these, at least one, if not your broadband company. So these people give you internet for a certain price, obviously, but a lot of the problems are they charge you for your bandwidth. And bandwidth is basically how much internet you can use in a given month. And for example, the starting plan for a local company for me is 150 gigs. And it seems like quite a bit of data, whatever. That's like 4 copies of Battlefield 3. But if you're a YouTuber like myself and you do this, or maybe you watch Netflix, maybe you like internet streaming content, maybe you like stuff like that. Obviously, YouTube is pretty big on bandwidth also, even if you're just watching it. So when you do things like that, they use up the internet that you pay for. And it depends on your download and upload speed. And I really care about upload speed because I stream and and I upload to YouTube. And so I want a better upload speed. But the main thing is that they limit how much internet you can use. And if you go over this, it's like $1.50 every gig you go over. So if you go over like 50 gigs, you are screwed out of $75. And it's asinine. It really is that you pay this amount, a pretty good amount for internet or whatever, and they charge you extra. Now, CenturyLink is one of the exceptions where they do have slower speeds, but there's no limit. And so you can Netflix all day, day. You can upload, download, whatever, but the speeds are fairly restricted. Right now, I'm getting 7. Well, I usually only get like 3 to 5, but either way, 3 to 5 download and 0.6 upload. To put that in perspective, you can get 100 down, 100 up with Verizon Fios. And so this speed is very poor. I cannot stream on it. I can't Netflix on it. And it's a very interesting concept in general, using the internet, etc., right? So when it comes to ISPs, they do whatever they want. I don't think there's any regulations on them whatsoever. It's basically you can charge as much as you want. You can put bandwidth caps. You don't need a minimum speed. And I think they should have a minimum speed. I think they should evolve just like TV and other things have evolved with them, because downloading, with Steam and everything like that and streaming things is becoming very popular. You can even stream full games now. And internet service providers are not ready for that due to the market where they're just like, no, I'm going to get every little cent out of these people. And for me, there are 2 internet service providers in my area. There's a broadband company, which the perks to them is they have faster speeds, to upload, but they have a bandwidth cap, like I said. Now, CenturyLink, way slower speeds, but unlimited bandwidth. So they both have their pros and cons. It's kind of helpful to have both, but it's really cool having both, actually. But my CenturyLink line, I'm gonna get right into this tangent, man. My CenturyLink line, it drops all the time. And this is why it's a problem. This is why I'm using a DSL line. Literally, it's considered a DSL line. You can get fiber here, but it's not exactly in my exact area. It's like a few neighborhoods over. You can get 40 megs per second down. I don't know about the upload, but 40 megs per second down is phenomenal. Oh my god, with unlimited bandwidth, the possibilities are endless here. So anyway, I'm getting 7 download, 0.6 upload. So put that in, it's 7 max download and 0.9 max upload, but I'm usually getting 3 to 0.6. So anyway, I got this internet, and at the beginning of January, I made a video talking about this little update. and I've been using it quite a bit. I can Netflix with it and stuff, but it drops maybe 6-7 times a day, and it's really, really asinine, because the main problem is if I'm playing Call of Duty on it or whatever, I want to play Call of Duty on it, it'll just drop and then come back up 30 seconds later. And it's been good today. I don't know why it has. I called them and I talked about them, and this is what I'm going to get into, a mini story. So I come home, I come home at 1, and at 3 I'm like, all right, well, I need to call CenturyLink, because I want to talk to them about my internet. I want to talk to them about what's been going on. My line's been dropping, see if I can get that figured out. Also, when I first signed up for the service, I know I'm all over the place, guys, but when I first signed up for the service, my modem was defective. We hooked it up, we got everything working, it would work for a little bit and then just stop. And it wasn't there, it wasn't on their end, but it was a fault on my end. And so I'm like, all right, well, they sent me a new modem. I sent the other modem back yesterday. And when I got the new modem, quote, quote, new modem, which I paid $100 for. Yes, this is my bill. I pay $30 a month for it. And anyway, I paid $99.99 outright for a brand new modem. They sent me a brand new modem. Defective. Sent that back. They sent me a refurbished one instead. And so I'm like, well, that's kind of bogus, because, well, I paid $100 for a new modem and I was left with a refurbished modem because, that other one didn't work. And so it was very dumb. And so I'm like, all right, well, I return the modem, get on the call, and then my first question is, hey, my line's been dropping. Can you help me with this? She's like, yes. Well, showing us, and she asked for like 4 different numbers, even like the last 4 social security numbers. And I was like, what? Really? You want that? Oh my God. No, this is dumb. This is dumb. So I'm like, okay, well, here's the deal. It's been dropping. She's like, yes, it has been dropping. Really? It has been. Really? You think it's been dropping? Yeah, I've noticed. It's like every 15 minutes I've noticed it's been dropping. And that's why I'm calling you guys. And literally, when you get in the call, they're like, hey, if this phone call drops, give us another number so we can call you on. I'm like, you don't trust your service that much? You're that incompetent with your phone service that you need another number that isn't on your line to call us from? And I was using the internet to call her. I was using my Quest line, and I called her using my internet and using Google or whatever, right? So I call her, and she tells me that, and I'm like, really? You're that? You can't trust your own internet and phone that much that you need to have a backup plan? And I'm like, wow, well, that was kind of just a lack of confidence on their part. And so I'm like, okay, well, luckily it didn't drop. Well, I'll allude to that in a second. But anyway, we keep continuing the call, and she's like, yes, there's obviously problems here. Are you plugged directly into the wall? And I'm like, no, I'm not plugged directly into the wall, because I need a splitter. And a splitter, basically, there's 2 frequencies that DSL works on. There's 1, and then there's 2. Literally, it's that easy. Which use 2 wires, and the other one uses 2 wires, because there's 4 wires total for a DSL cable. Now, I'm like, okay, well, I had to buy the splitter because we talked to the technician. He was like, look, you already have a Quest line at your house. It's for my stepmom, her work. It's her work line. And obviously, that never goes down because it's her work line. And so I need this splitter that I got from Radio Shack, brand new. It's gold-plated and everything. Not gold-plated, but you know what I mean. There's little gold wires and stuff. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's been working fine for me. And I have to use it. I can't plug directly into the wall. And she's like, well, you know what you should try? You shouldn't use any splitters. You shouldn't use any... you should plug directly into the wall because there's already splitters inside of the modem. And I'm like, look, lady. No, I didn't say it. Like, I was just going like, uh-huh. Right. That's exactly. Yeah. I know. Yep. Plug directly. Got it. Plug directly into the wall. No, you can't plug directly into the wall because I used line number 2, and I have to use line number 2, and the splitter actually works because I tried plugging directly into the wall after the call, and well, guess what, guys? Guess what? Oh, boom, didn't work. So it's like, all right. Well, she's like, Well, that's interesting. So we'll see if we can figure that out. After this call, you're going to have to try plugging directly into the wall. I'm like, okay, got it. Now, I had another question for you. She's like, okay. And it was regarding the fact that I ordered a new modem, paid for a new modem, got a refurbished one. Well, after I sent the new one back. And they're like, well, that's how the return policy works. I'm going to go ahead and transfer you to billing. And I'm like, okay, sure, transfer me to billing. Transfers me to billing, and I'm talking to her, and she's asking me all the same questions, like if the phone line drops, and what's your account number, and all this stuff. I'm like, really? Come on, I'm already on the call. It's like, I passed your line of security once. I mean, what do you want from me? And so I do that, and then I give her all that information. I give her all that information, and she's like, what's your last 4 social security numbers? And I'm like, no. She's like, what? what? We can't give you authorization into this account because you don't know. You can know every other number ever. And I'm like, okay, lady, here's the deal. Here's the dildo. I ordered a brand new modem. I paid for a brand new modem. In the end of the day, I got a refurbished modem. Now, I want a refund for the difference between a refurbished and a new modem. You know, like maybe 20, 30 bucks or something. You know what I mean? It's like you can order refurbished items. I could probably got it on eBay for like 50 bucks. You know, maybe cheaper. I don't know, 70. Either way, I wanted some of that money back because I was like, look, at the end of the day, I'm left with an ugly refurbished modem. And she's like, let me ask my supervisor about that. And it was a different lady, of course. But either way, because I had to ask a general question because I couldn't ask an account question because, you know, whatever. She talks, she like leaves me and she's doing all this research, typing away. And she's like, yeah, I couldn't find the answer here. And I'm just like, okay, well, she's like, I'm not going to leave you without an answer. So let me go find somebody. Man, it took this lady like 10 minutes. She comes back and she's like, yeah, we got nothing. I'm going to have to transfer you to another department. I'm like, really? That's what you guys do? If you guys don't know the answer to a question, just transfer me to another department. Why not? So I'm already in this call like half an hour. I get transferred to the Philippines. I'll learn that a little bit later. I'm talking to this guy, telling him what's going on. And he's like, well, look, I don't know the price of that modem. So let me get that for you. And so he goes and asks another person. And you can hear his accent. You can still understand him. He spoke good English. So I was like, all right, this is good. He gets his supervisor and he's like, well, you see, yeah, we have no idea how much it costs to make a refurbished modem. He's like, do you want me to transfer you back to billing? I'm like, are you kidding me? Come on, she told me to come here to ask you guys in this department for how much it would be, and yet you want to transfer me back to billing. That is asinine. And so I'm like, sure, transfer me back to billing. That would be great. That would just be phenomenal if I could get transferred back to billing, blah, 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 bidding, billing, eBay. Anyway, so I get transferred back to billing. And I'm talking to this one guy, and he's still kind of on the phone, and he's like, you know, what's the weather like there? And I'm like, it's this. And he asks me more questions, like address, zip code, and I'm like, damn, dude, come on. He's like, yeah, I'm from the Philippines. I'm like, really? CenturyLink could not afford to pay American employees? Like, I'm not being racist here. It's just like, you just got to outsource, I guess. I don't CenturyLink logic, because they can't do their job, so they'll just send it to another country. Just, I don't want you. I don't know how to deal with your price question. That was actually pretty easy to answer. And the bottom line is, and so I get talking to this other guy. This is the fourth guy I'm talking to. And I'm like, hey, good thing you didn't ask for all that information. But he's like, so what happened? And I'm like, oh, I ordered this, and I tell him the whole thing, and he's like, so here's what I think you mean. You want to send the refurbished one back, get a new one, and we'll debit your account first, or no, we'll credit shit. Okay, we'll take $100 out. And then we'll give you $100 back once you return our refurbished modem. And I'm like, dude, I want to keep this modem, but the problem is I want the difference back. I want like the $20, $30, whatever. It doesn't even mean that much. And at the end of the day, I was like, God, I've been screwed out of so many things. And so he's like, so what I think you mean is that you want a whole new modem. And I'm just like, dude, listen to what I'm saying here. I want money. I want money back. And he's like, well, here's what you can do. You can send in the modem. I'm like, I don't want to send anything. I don't want to receive anything except for money. And so he's like, he prompts me one more time. And I'm like, dude, how stupid is this guy? And lastly, I was like, look, can you or can you not reimburse me for the difference between a new and refurbished modem? He's like, we can't. And I'm like, yeah, bye. And I was just so done at that point. I was on the call for 63 minutes and 8 seconds. That's an hour, 3 minutes, and 8 seconds of my life that I will never get back. It is so ridiculous not being able to see that time again. I was on hold like 5 times in between when these guys couldn't figure out the answer. They would go back and forth from the Filipino guy to the last guy. And I was like, really, you guys do not even know how to do your job to answer a simple question. If 30 minutes before the call ended, the second lady that I talked to, who in the billing department was like, yeah, we can't do that kind of refund. We don't know. And it's like, okay, good. Thank you. Have a great day. That's all I needed to know. I'm getting screwed out of my money. Can't get the refund. This is a complainentary, guys. And I'm talking very fast and, proposing all these ideas and stuff. I hope you guys have followed along to my problemos, but I hope I made it entertaining. But either way, screw ISPs. Figure your Schmidt out. It helps to know how to do your job. Also, that'd be cool if you could, figure out how to help people. And oh my God, the Filipino guy, he tried telling me that I can't plug a splitter into my connection. I'm like, dude. He's like, look, no. It's already split at the modem. It's already split at the modem. You have to plug directly into the wall. I'm like, oh shucks. Have to plug directly into the wall. I never would have thought of that. Really, wasn't the first thing I tried. And it's like, dude, I'm not using any kind of splitter, any kind of filters, any kind of weird stuff. I need this for it to actually work, bottom line. And that isn't an option to unplug it. And yes, I did try afterwards, and oh, guess what? It didn't work. So he tried telling me the same thing as the first lady. And I'm like, dude, I know how to use internet. He's like, I can help you set up your internet. I'm like, I'm using my internet to talk to you. Dude, seriously, like, these guys are so... Hey, CenturyLink. You guys, I didn't hate the actual people I talked to. The only guy I didn't like was the last guy I talked to. He just did not understand anything that was going on. What? You want us to send you a new modem? No, I don't want you to send me a new modem. And that was the only guy I actually disliked. The other people were very nice, and they didn't know exactly what was going on, but they were very nice in general. And the only thing I have to thank ISPs for is me being able to talk to you guys, browse the internet, and get 100% on that accounting final. Thanks, internet. You always have my back. So that's a thing. This was my very first second official complainentary. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you made it to this part of the video, comment GS in the description, comment section, description. I don't care where you commented. Try to comment in the description. Good luck. Comment GS in the description below. Really, if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know what you thought. I don't know. I just went on a rant. Have a great day, and remember the fact that I love you long time.